Welcome everyone, join us today as we pay tribute to Lesley Gore, the singing sensation who became a pop icon at just 16. With anthems of empowerment with songs like, "It's My Party and You Don't Own Me." So let's dive in. Lesley Gore, born Leslie Sue Goldstein on May 2, 1946, in New York City, United States of America. Born into a middle-class Jewish family in New York City, Lesley was the daughter of Leo and Ronnie and had a younger brother Michael, who would go on to become a film score composer. Shortly after her birth, the family changed their surname to Gore, most likely to protect themselves from rising anti-Semitism at the time. Her father, a successful businessman, owned the Peter Pan swimsuit and underwear company before later making his mark in brand licensing within the apparel industry. Growing up in Tenafly, New Jersey, Lesley spent hours singing along to the latest hits in front of her bedroom mirror, often styling her hair in a slicked-back Elvis-inspired look. Having an affinity for singing from a young age, and being so focused on her dream, she successfully convinced her parents to set her up with a vocal coach. While still a junior at Dwight School for Girls in Englewood, New Jersey, Lesley's talent was discovered in 1963 when a demo of her singing, recorded by her vocal coach, made its way to Mercury Records' president. Impressed, he recommended it to jazz composer and Mercury Records producer Quincy Jones, who was heading the label's A&R division. During their first session, they sifted through nearly 200 demos before selecting "It's My Party." When Jones learned that Phil Spector intended to record the same song with the Crystals, he rushed Lesley's version to release, securing her breakout hit. The record was released just a week later. Lesley first heard it on the radio while driving to school. By May 1963, the 17-year-old had a #1 hit in the US, selling over 1 million copies and earning a gold record. In the UK, it reached #9. The song's success not only launched Lesley's career but also elevated Quincy Jones, helping him become Mercury Records' first black vice president. Teenage girls especially connected with the song's tale of young love and heartbreak. The inspiration came from songwriter Seymour Gottlieb's daughter Judy, who was upset about being forced to invite her grandparents to her 16th birthday party. When her father told her not to cry, she shot back, "It's my party and I'll cry if I want to." Following this massive hit, Lesley continued the story with Judy's Turn to Cry, where the original song's other girl gets her comeuppance. More success followed with She's a Fool, but it was You Don't Own Me in 1964 that marked a turning point. Peaking at #2 behind the Beatles' I Want to Hold Your Hand, the song transformed Lesley's image from a heartbroken teenager to an independent young woman. Though written by male songwriters John Madara and Dave White, You Don't Own Me resonated deeply with Lesley, reflecting her growing awareness of the music industry's male dominance. Despite her success, she saw firsthand how record labels prioritized male artists. The song became an anthem of female empowerment, with Lesley later reflecting it took on a new meaning every time she sang it. Lesley continued to chart with smaller hits like Maybe I Know, written by Ellie Greenwich and Jeff Barry, and Sunshine Lollipops and Rainbows, marking Marvin Hamlish's first songwriting success. Balancing music with academics, she graduated high school in 1964 and enrolled at Sarah Lawrence College in New York just as Maybe I Know entered the charts. At college, she noticed pop music wasn't exactly embraced. "Had I been tall with blonde hair, had I been Mary Travers, I would have gotten along fine," she once said. Despite her success, she knew the music industry was unpredictable and wanted a solid backup plan. Limiting her touring to summers and holidays may have slowed her career, but she thrived in academia, spending weekends immersed in the library. It was during college that she became politically active, volunteering for Robert Kennedy's presidential campaign. She also shared the stage with James Brown, the Rolling Stones, the Supremes, and Marvin Gaye in the 1964 TAMI Show concert film. In 1965, during school breaks, she appeared in 2 teen-oriented films, Girls on the Beach and Teen Party. Ultimately, she graduated with a degree in English and American literature. In 1967, Lesley guest-starred as Pussycat, one of Catwoman's sidekicks, in 2 Batman episodes. She lip-synced song California Nights in the episode, That Darn Catwoman, and MaybeIKnow in Scat Darn Catwoman. California Nights became a top 20 hit, peaking at number 16 in March 1967, her first since Sunshine Lollipops and Rainbows. Earlier, she performed It's My Party, and We Know We're in Love, on the final episode of The Donna Reed Show in March 1966. In the late 60s, Lesley teamed up with her brother Michael as a songwriter, co-writing Out Here on My Own, later Oscar-nominated in 1980 for Fame. Her Mercury Records contract extended through 1969, but despite efforts, including Song, He Gives Me Love, and soul-influenced tracks with Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, her singles struggled. After 98.6, Lazy Day and Wedding Bell Blues failed to chart, her Mercury tenure ended. After parting ways with Mercury Records, Lesley focused on songwriting, moving to California in 1970. Her 1972 album, Someplace Else Now, featured her own compositions, as did her 1975 collaboration with Quincy Jones, Love Me by Name, which included guest artists like Herbie Hancock, but went largely unnoticed. In 1982, she released The Canvas Can Do Miracles, an album of 70s pop covers, before returning to New York in 1980. She continued performing, appearing on the Nostalgia circuit, in musical theater in Smokey Joe's Cafe, and as a host on In the Life, a PBS series on LGBTQ+ issues. In 2005, she publicly came out as gay, and released, Ever Since, a mature cabaret-style album featuring a dark reimagining of You Don't Own Me. Songs from the album appeared on CSI and The L Word. Lesley headlined the 2011 She's Got the Power concert at Lincoln Center, and in 2012, You Don't Own Me resurfaced in a feminist election campaign video, with her declaring, I'm Lesley Gore, and I approve this message. In her later years, she worked on a memoir and a Broadway show about her life. Personally, in a 2005 interview, Lesley revealed she was a lesbian and had been in a relationship with luxury jewelry designer Lois Sasson since 1982. She had known about her attraction to women since she was 20 and acknowledged the music industry's homophobia, but never felt the need to hide her identity. I just lived my life naturally and did what I wanted to do, she said. I didn't avoid anything, but I didn't put it in anybody's face either. At the time of her passing, she and Sasson had been together for 33 years. Sadly, on February 16, 2015, Lesley Gore passed away of lung cancer at the NYU Langone Medical Center in Manhattan, New York City. She was 68 years old. At the time of her passing, Lesley was survived by her partner Lois Sasson, her mother Ronnie, and her brother Michael. And there you have it. Though Lesley has passed away, her music and message continue to inspire. Her legacy lives on, not just in her timeless hits but in the fearless independence she embodied throughout her career. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this. Take care and bye for now.